is a brute.
There's the big old northern, 27 inch.
Here, look at that, just ate it. Just gulped that rapper.
Alright, whatever we got here, it felt nice. Big bass on only a light panfish pole. Look at that. Nice bluegill right there. We caught a nice perch to add to the pile. Alright, look at where we are. Nice crappies. Just running around looking for a bite. We might have found one under this old train bridge on the backwaters of the Mississippi. Nice crappie right here. Catching bluegills, perch. This is a panfish day. Looking for them panfish, and there we go. Really nice crappie. Enjoy the video of us jigging for panfish with gulp.
Alright, so this time out we're on the backwaters of the Mississippi River. Two different spots. One spot is a backwater lake that we're going after panfish for, looking around for them. And then we move to under a old railroad bridge going over a backwater channel of the Mississippi River, and we catch some nice fish right next to the pillars where some trees are stocked up from the spring. When the water was high, it pushed against them pillars of that bridge, of the railroad bridge, and we caught some really nice fish there. And that spot is mostly all rocks and boulders. The other spot, that backwater lake, is mostly all weeds and mud and stuff like that with timber. Enjoy the video of us going, basically just looking for a bunch of panfish.
It is a nice bluegill that we pulled up too. Probably almost 8 inches or over 8 inches. Around 8 inches for sure. Nice one. Alright, we got something that feels kind of nice here. So let's, oh, it's just a bluegill. Just a bluegill.
Just jigging a 1-inch gulp on an under 1-inch jig head, looking for crappies and perch. And there's our first nice crappie, eater size. Rain, 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 rain. That's all we're getting now. For weeks it's been so dry, the ground was almost like pure rock, and now it's just raining non-stop. But there's our first crappie. Let's get the fishing. So another thing is there's a lot of small ones and not many big ones. What I mean by that is we got to really fight and catch a lot of small ones, and eventually the big ones will bite once in a while and show up and that. So it's a lot of fighting through the small ones to get the big ones. Well, and there's a crappie, but that one's too small. This is a nice perch, huh? We moved to this under the, not really under the bridge, but right in this corner here where it's weeds and then turns into rocks. And we caught a nice perch to add to the pile. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We're just using a 1-inch gulp and a jig head, under 1-inch jig head. Nice perch right there. Now we're under an old train bridge, back channel of the Mississippi River. Nice bluegill right there, right over where this new tree is. That's where I caught him. Look at that. Just a giant crappie. Probably 12-inch behemoth eater right there. Perfect eater. Look at that. Threw right at that cement wall, and a little bit after, boom. Nice crappie. We might be onto something here, finally. Another crappie. This guy's too small to keep though, but another crappie right over there. I'm casting toward that tree, so maybe that's where the crappies are. Maybe we found a crappie hole. Oh, another bluegill, but just doesn't make an eater. So this one goes back. We're catching a whole lot of little bluegills all of a sudden now. Right next to that tree, there's a lot of fish piled under that tree or next to that tree in that cement wall. All right. Big bass on only a light panfish pole. Probably a big smallmouth. A little bit of everything today.
really light gear, so trying to be careful here. And it got off. That's alright, we had a little bit of fun. It would have been nice to catch, but got away. Must have been a northern. I'm trying to get in that underneath that tree, and I'm getting some bites under there, and that one I had felt the pull, and I, set the hook and instantly snapped or bit off, whatever. Well, I don't know how much more fishing we're gonna do here. We might go back to the other spot and try that again. Maybe come back here right before we leave in the afternoon. Just, I don't know, them crappie. We caught our nicest crappie came from here. It got me wondering. But anyway, if the fish ain't biting, I'm snagging my old stuff and bringing it back. I got snagged out there a while back, and I hooked into a line, grabbed the line, and pulled it back. I got my jig back. Well, one thing I can say, it seems like no matter where you go, there's a lot of little ones you have to fight through to get the bigger ones. We're not done today, but we're gonna keep going. But wherever anywhere you go, it seems like so far, you're catching so many little ones and then you'll slowly find some bigger ones, some keepers and that. So we'll keep at it, see what happens. We've been here under this bridge this old railroad bridge for about 2 hours. I think we kept one bluegill, our nicest crappie. Yeah, we're gonna go back to the other spot and see what's going on there again. Well, we're back out here on this backwater lake now, and we caught just an eater-sized perch. I just came back from going to Quick Trip and getting something to eat. So yeah, between probably 1:30 and 3 o'clock, the bite was horrible. Hopefully they're starting back up for the afternoon. There's a keeper. Alright, whatever we got here, it felt nice. It's just a little bluegill. It felt so big. And then just a little bluegill. I don't know, but we finally caught another, barely an eater. It's just slow in the afternoon, like horribly slow. We can barely get bites. We're getting a lot of nibbles, but not many like actual good bites. But we finally caught this guy at 4 o'clock. Whole hour of not catching really much. Hopefully they start turning on. Well, I guess we're going back to that train bridge to finish off the day. Out here in this spot here, Backwater Lake, they're just not biting at all. Like a couple nips there and a couple nips there, but otherwise we can't even barely catch anything. So, I'm so sick of it. I'm gonna try that train bridge and we're probably gonna call it. So this is what I'm using: my reel, my rod, 6-pound Tess Sufix Elite fishing line, and then we go to the jig, under a 1-inch jig with a 1-inch gulp minnow, white. That's what I'm using. Anyway, let's go try out that train bridge and get out of here. We got a pile of fish, I think 6 or 7 of them. Well, I had my fun. I got snagged up under here again. That's it. We caught a couple small little bluegills and that was it. They're just not biting in the afternoon. Should be getting almost prime time and there's like absolutely nothing going on. So we're outie. Hopefully you guys can get out there and catch some fish yourself. Hopefully some big crappies and panfish, whatever. Hopefully you can get out there and enjoy it before the fall weather shows up, but so far it's not really showing up. Anyway, that's it from the Mississippi River, jigging for panfish and gulp. So, alright. Well,
we got some nice fish in there. The biggest one is that crappie. Oh, we're out. We got a rock too. You want a rock? All right.